Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction. We're diving back into the love you give me. We're diving into episode 22. I just finished reacting to episode 21, and just all good feelings and whatnot. I just love this series. It makes me smile. So we're going to dive into this episode and see how much more it makes me smile. Well, that was a direction I was not expecting us to go in. Lord. Yeah. That's a lot. Like Min Hui has been through a lot since, the 5 years ago breaking up with Jinzi and all that stuff. She's been through hell. And just even more evidence of things I've said earlier on in the series about her just being a good mother. The fact that she has been so selfless, a good selfless mother, put herself aside so many times to make sure that her son is taken care of. Like this just brings so much more weight to that decision, because the fact that she was willing to interact with Chang at the party back episode 1 and, tarnish her reputation, this, that, the other, was already bad enough. But now seeing the actual history that was there, that, hey, she's already got this tarnished reputation because of this event that took place in the past where she got fired because she was accused of falsely accusing him for assaulting her. It's like, oh my God, the strength of character she has is just remarkable. And that moment there after Jinzi took her back home and she was just wailing and crying into his shoulder and, just screaming and saying, Jinzi, like, to me, I don't see that as a sign of weakness. I don't see that as, oh, she needed a man to comfort her. I don't see it. I see it as sometimes a strong, badass person needs a moment to cry. Sometimes you have held up the weight of the world on your shoulders for so long that sometimes you just need to let it out. And that was one of those moments. She has been strong for so goddamn long. She has been out here fighting all kinds of battles we had no idea about. And it was such a emotionally charged experience because I've thankfully, knocks on all the wood around me, never had to deal with being physically assaulted. Like, it's not something I've ever had to encounter. I pray that I never do. So I can only imagine that just that experience in itself is a very emotionally charged one. There's fear, panic, worry for your safety, this sense of helplessness, loss of power. Like, there's all kinds of things that can be flowing through your mind in that moment. But then to have this happen, not be the first time it happened, and not have it be the first time it happened with this person, similar sort of circumstances. So now it's triggering these old emotional scars that she's had, that this cross she's been bearing for so long. Like, so she's got this trauma that she's dealing with, plus the fact that she's being physically assaulted out in public that she's dealing with. There's a lot of just emotion running through her. So I can fully understand, after an ordeal like that, just needing to cry, scream, yell, wail, whatever it is. The cathartic release is necessary. Oh my God, poor Min Hui. But I do love, in both instances, that they chose not to write her as a victim succumbing to this abuse. She fought. She is a fighter. If there's anything we've seen throughout the series, she is a fighter, and she doesn't care who the fuck you are. She will fight you. And Here, both instances, she slapped the taste out of his ever-loving mouth. The first time, obviously, he had been drinking, so I think that slap was enough to stun him so she could get away. But this present-day time, she slapped the taste out of his mouth, and he just kept coming for her. He kept coming, kept grabbing, and then she just kept laying into him. I was like, you better use the tool Sandra Bullock taught us in Miss Congeniality. You better sing solar plexus note. Instep nose groin. Yes, take him down. And he was laid the fuck out on the pavement. I'm like, yes, queen. But you could see how visibly shaken she was after that, because again, it's a very frightening, traumatic ordeal. My God, why all the awful men gotta be so fine as hell? Because heaven knows the actor who plays Chang is fine as hell. Dear God, every time he comes on screen, I'm like, this man is fine. He's evil, so I can't support him. This character is evil, but God, this man is fine. How the fine one's gotta be crazy. Lord. So it seems as though in the past, I don't know if at that particular point in time, homegirl's name, who I don't remember, and I'm not committing to memory, Mistress. I don't know if she was also a mistress back then with Chang, or if she just had her eye on him and was like, oh, why is this new girl getting all the attention? I don't know exactly the full details of what that relationship was back then, but obviously she is not someone to be trusted, as we saw. She flipped that script real quick and took Chang's side, and that's probably why he took her on as his mistress, if she wasn't already his mistress at that point. And you know, like I said, very deceitful, manipulative, untrustworthy woman, which is why she's been the side piece closet mistress all these years, and why she's getting fired. Karma comes back to bite you sometimes. You fuck around and you find out. But yeah, he's, I guess, had this attraction to her, which I get it. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. Her being a beautiful woman gives you no right to put your hands on her without her consent. No way, shape, or form. I will die on that hill. But I can understand why there would be an attraction, because yes, she's smart, she's very intelligent, she's a hard worker, she's gorgeous. Like, yes, she's got so many qualities that like would be attractive. I can understand there being some sort of attraction. But throughout all these years, I guess she's the one that got away, and he's always just had this fixation. I won't even say he loves her or anything like that, but he's got this fixation on her. Maybe there's some sort of actual like romantic desire to be with her or something buried somewhere deep underneath. But for me, all I'm seeing is just this fixation on, hey, this is one that I couldn't have. And I've just not been able to forget her throughout all these years. She's the one that I couldn't have. Yeah, I got this mistress on the side. I got this wife over here. I got blah, 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 blah. But like, this was the one that I just could not. My sweet talking ways didn't work on her. My money's not working. Like, I can't, you know, that wanting what you can't have sort of thing. So it's like, sorry, I'm hearing cats outside just like meowing like crazy, and I'm trying to figure out if they're in my backyard or if they're in like the neighbors, because I'm like, you know, I don't need no cats making babies in my yard. Lord, don't turn my yard into your home. Sorry, squirrel or cat. But yeah, he's got this fixation on her, and I guess he's just not been able to forget. Like, we saw whatever episode it was when he was fooling around with his mistress and he called out Min Hui's name. We saw that there was obviously something there. He had some sort of attraction. But like with these flashbacks, it's like, oh, this doesn't feel like just your run of the mill, oh, I've just been attracted to you all these years. Like, no, there's like some like possessive something burrowing behind it. It's like, oh God. So I don't know where the next episode is going to take us as far as that's concerned, but goodness me, what a twist that was not quite ready for. But if anything, it brought Min Hui to a position of seeing Jinxi seeing that he's genuinely here for her. He's not just saying the words. He's not just saying, hey, I want to be here for you because, you know, I want to make up with you, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, in her time of need, in a time of stress and like maximum duress, he is there for her. He is there to help her with whatever she needs. If she needs him to take care of this, he will take care of this. If he needs her, if she needs him to step back, he will step back. Like, he is here to comfort her, do whatever he needs. And I think that's a very important step in finally letting those pieces click in her brain. Like, okay, this guy actually does love and care about me. It's not all just words. He's not just saying words. Yeah, God, what a nightmare. What else happened? I think that was probably the big takeaway. There are some other, you know, smaller little bits and pieces that happened. But yeah, Min Hui is I mean, we've known she's a badass this whole time, but like, God, she is truly badass, strong, independent, badass woman. Love, 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 love. Hate that she had to go through all of this, but I love this extra development of her character because it just makes her even more of a just badass. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.
Stranded here, stranded here, stranded. Stranded here, stranded here, There was a time we had